is now COVID patient. Spain's Paula Bedosa testing positive just 1 week after whinging about quarantine measures.
Just as Aussies reach the end of their tether with the complaints, former women's world #1 Victoria Azarenka is calling for calm and respect in a statement saying, "I would like to ask all my colleagues for cooperation, understanding and empathy for the local community that has been going through a lot of very damaging restrictions that they did not choose but were forced to follow." And she joins us now from hotel quarantine in Melbourne. A very good morning to you, Victoria. Nice to see you. Why did you make this
Thank you. Good morning.
Why did you make this plea to the players?
Well, I think that in the situation where, a lot of people have frustration, sometimes it's difficult to manage that. And I felt that a lot of conversations, internal, and they've been going a bit out of control. And obviously following some of the media coverage, I felt that it was going out of control. And my reasoning behind was to just ask players to be mindful. And as I said, to be understanding, to just have an ability to kind of step out of your own situation and look at the global view. I hope it had some sort of impact. I feel that it has, but I feel like we're all in this, difficult time together, and it's easier to go through it when we do support each other and have empathy for other people. And I feel that public also maybe have a better understanding that there is a majority players who are understanding and who are cooperating. And I felt that it was giving a bad light also for my colleagues. And I'm not the only person who does share those views. And I want to also give credit to a lot of my colleagues and players who really have the same values.
It's really well said, and good on you for speaking out in such a fashion, Victoria. I think it's really reassuring to the public too, and refreshing for the public to hear from you. How do you think Tennis Australia has gone? And given that we're in the middle of a pandemic, even for this tournament to go ahead, it's quite remarkable.
Exactly, as you said, and watching your show a little bit before, seeing how people are already having, bigger parties together, something that we don't see in the rest of the world, which is, well, we do see them, but probably without cautions, without any cautions. So, but it is pretty amazing to see how far Australia has come and how hard you guys worked for it to have it in the situation that you guys are in, and for Tennis Australia to put something together for us, where we don't know if we are going to have any jobs. Some tournaments keeps getting canceled. Obviously, we're optimistic, and to put the operating machine such as a Grand Slam, I know how challenging it is. And I think the most difficult part from any other years that they don't make the final decisions based on health, which is understandable. So I applaud them for what they're doing. I know it's not easy, and people are working really, really hard to try to make our situation as good as it possibly can. So I'm very appreciative of that. I'm excited for tennis season to start in Australia. I've always been a huge fan of coming here to feel the energy and appreciation of people for the sport. So I hope it's going to be, bringing a bit of light also for local community when after all the safe measures we're going to be out there playing.
Oh, beautifully said.
And I think you're a real fan favourite with Australians, and we can see why when you say things like that. How many days ago did you arrive in Australia, and how are you finding the experience personally?
I arrived on the 15th, like really early morning, and I only didn't understand the day zero part. I've never heard of day zero. I think that was mentally a bit challenging for me to understand that rule. And honestly, I was really also down the first day. I felt that I was crying a bit too, because you do get to feel some emotions. But I told myself that I'm gonna feel all my emotions for 24 hours, and then I'm gonna pick myself up and try to move forward. So I did have the time that I needed to kind of go through that. But after this, I felt that I feel that I have a goal in front of me, and I'm trying to do the best I can for that goal every day. And I think kind of looking at different opinions on the situation and understanding also community and all the players, it gave me a larger perspective and a bit of more motivation to kind of do the right thing, and then see how I can challenge myself after not being, in the great preparation for Australian Open. But it is also really exciting. So I take it as an opportunity that they're just going to make me better.
It's going to be a brilliant tournament, a fascinating tournament in so many ways. Just a question, if I may, that is unrelated to
I was going to say,
to most things. Look, I know Novak, he loves to hit the clubs, Novak Djokovic, but who on the tennis circuit is the biggest party animal?
Oh my God, are you putting me out on the live show again? that I'm gonna tell on my players? No way. I won't do that. I think these things have to be kept private. But unless somebody's on the news with the clubs, then we can talk about it.
Okay. Hey, lovely to talk to you. All the very best in the remainder
Thank you so much,
of you
guys.
being in the hotels, and also for the tournament ahead. Lovely, really lovely to speak to you. Really refreshing. Thanks for your time.